T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The following program is rated TVMA for language. We want everyone to be able to enjoy the program, but sometimes things happen, and we may say things that may be offensive to some or non-conducive to others. So in other words, shit happens. Oops.
Niggas coming.
Welcome to another. Oh, thank you for unmuting my mic.
I just literally, when we started, I normally mute because we're both just kind of breathing and shit while the thing is on the screen. So it was to, to put up a veil of like, oh, the show's about to start shit. It's fine.
Okay, so let's rewind that back. Hi, everyone. Welcome to an all-new episode of Blerds N The Hood. I am what's known as your resident supervillain, MrJayWashington.
And I am what is known as your SDCC, Winston A. Marshall.
We want to thank you guys for joining us on a Wednesday. I want to start off by saying out of the gate, it is hot as all fuck today. Okay? This is ridiculous now.
It's pretty bad.
For all of my big titty women friends, ladies, I feel your pain. I've been going through under titty sweat all goddamn day, and I've been in the air conditioning. I almost cussed out the fucking Alexa because this bitch gonna tell me it's 85 degrees, but it feels like 105. No, bitch, it's 105. The fuck do you mean? Thank you, everybody who's joined us, who's watched this last week, who's been watching everything. Everyone who's joined the Patreon. If you're over on Twitch, we appreciate y'all. I'm just agitated because it's so fucking hot.
It's pretty damn hot. It's pretty hot, man. And like the one thing that I will say that has been helpful, we've been trying to not use the AC as much because we saw that bill last month. So we got like the fan going too, but Jesus Christ, bro, it's too hot. We've had to do both. I've had the fan and the AC going.
About a handful. I've been
smart.
I've been grabbing like 6 at a time, and I've ran through these bitches quickly. Also, I've been pissing like a sea donkey nonstop. I've been around. Jesus Christ!
Sea donkey is wild, bro. Sea donkey?
A fucking sea donkey?
It's absolutely fucking wild. I'm gonna be honest with you. That sea donkey is what you went with.
So thank you. So again, thank you guys for all watching us, joining us, being a part of the neighborhood. Everyone who's watching us live now, everyone who'll be watching on the replays. All those good things. I am working on getting more stuff up, more older episodes up on Spotify right now. I'll tell you during the segment, but I'll just get this out the way. Mr. Winston A. Marshall.
My nigga.
Nigga. A nigga moment.
Man.
Nigga. My nigga.
What you been doing?
That is a great question. What have I been doing? The main thing today, other than the standard level of work, man, I think I've told y'all that I'm doing Summer Shakespeare again. I'm doing 12th night. So I've just been, let me show y'all this shit, man. All these fucking lines, all this shit, like having to put, it's a technique that I learned. I actually stole from Robert Downey Jr. from an interview he did, but essentially you put the first letter of each word there. It's especially helpful with Shakespearean language because obviously it talks almost like a foreign language sometimes, and how some words are used, dead language, all that kind of stuff. So that's super helpful. So I've been working on that. I have a pretty major audition tomorrow morning, which is then I've been out here, same thing, a lot of character work shit and trying to get that handled. And also it's one of those ones, for those that don't know, the industry's changed a lot where there are a lot less in-person auditions. A lot of them are self-tapes nowadays. You get the occasional Zoom. In this case, it's a Zoom audition. So I'm even trying to figure out how to change my camera setup because I haven't done one of those in a very long time to be able to do that in this office and still have it work. So there's a lot going on right now. Everything will be fine. I'm just like kind of trying to process it and make sure that I'm ready to go and everything else for that. I'm excited for, and you should see my Spider-Man reaction and review tomorrow. I see the movie tomorrow after the audition, so I got that going. I've got another show. A lot of you know that I work at the House of Blues out here in LA, the Anaheim place. So we got a show tomorrow. Yesterday, I got the privilege of being able to bring this mother sucker to the Sparks Liberty game with me, man. We had a good fucking time. Like, especially afterwards, we decided to like go to a bar because one of my homegirls, she's a lesbian, and she goes with her group of lesbians. They're all athletes. They love going to women's sports games. So we just out here doing shots with them and shit, and eating banh mi fries and whatnot, and just whatnot. Jay out here buying people tequila shots and shit. It was fucking fun, man. Jay and I haven't had a chance to just get drunk like that together, except on the show in a minute. So that was a lot of fun.
There's never anything wrong with that. Also, I like to say for the record, let me tell you something that happened to me yesterday. So I hadn't seen Winston's lovely fiance in maybe 3 or 4 weeks. It has not been that fucking long. I just say. It really occurred to me. It's not been that fucking
That's not
long.
That's not that
long. Not that long. I see Kristen because we're all going to go and get our homegirl Tia's car. And Kristen goes, "You've gotten big." Now, my brain, because of who I am, my brain went to 8 different things real quick. My brain went, first off, bitch, what? And I was like, oh, you noticed. It was like, what you mean big?
The minute Jay heard that shit, I could see it in his eyes, but he didn't say anything. Jay definitely was like,
So I felt so if you don't know, again, I say it every week. I've been kind of working out a little bit too much, just maybe a little. I've been literally just lifting and working out. No supplements, no shit like that. I get back in the wrestling ring next month, and so I want to physically look like a pro wrestler again. I want to physically look imposing and physically looking and all these things. And she's like, "You got big." I'm like, "Hey, little white lady, calm down." Hey, little white lady.
That's the funny. So, like, hold on. I'm gonna bring it up, y'all, because I want you to see essentially, because Jay is not standing whenever we do this. So you're only seeing a little bit. I'm gonna show you what Jay looks like in person right now, because I sent this to him earlier today, and he just laughed. Because like he then texts me this morning. He goes, "Hey, I just need to say real quick. When Krista said I gotten bigger, did she be fat or muscle wise? Because I'm running to the gym right now. LMAO. I was like, bro, she meant you lift too much and that you look unreal. That's what it is. Like, even to the point where she told me, she goes, would you save some muscles for the rest of us? Jesus Christ. So like, clearly she meant that as like a compliment.
I know, but I have what's called very bad anxiety.
I was gonna say, it sounds like you have body dysmorphia, to be honest with you.
That too.
Because like this is what Jay looks like standing up. He looks like an early Mark Henry that was literally all motherfucking muscle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Jay looks like, minus the braids.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to include that, but
no, of course. So either way, man, it was a good time. But the last thing I want to say real quick before I ask Jay the question back. So I'm sure a lot of y'all remember that end of last year, beginning of this year, I was writing on staff for a board game and an expansion for a game called Change My Mind that my homeboy Josh invented. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Change My Mind, I Wish You Would is officially out. Just to read the back for y'all so you can see. You can see it right here. I'm reading it to you. It says, you're going to learn today this standalone box of 42 new cards made for the culture that can also be mixed with the base game to add some extra seasoning. Explode into ludicrous debates as you rank everything black, all while persuading players why they wrong. Cards and art developed by black creators. Best bring your receipts. So the cool thing about this is I got some extra copies of the game. So what we're gonna do is we'll have a time where we will play the actual game. We'll play with you guys, but we're gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna give away some copies of the game for people in the neighborhood to have, man. So I am super excited about that. But I will also once we do that, I'll share the link of where you can buy the game yourself and all that stuff and support. Greatly appreciate it. But I just wanted to share that news with y'all, man. But all that being said, now I got to return the question, Mr. J. Washington.
My nigga.
A nigga moment.
Man.
My nigga. What you been doing?
All right. Do I get to be... I know this is going to be a redundant ass question to ask because I kind of do it on the show pretty frequently, but do I get to be vulnerable?
Yes, you can. I mean, were you trying to say, can I kick it? Is that what you...
No.
If you say it, you have to say it. You have to say it and then you can.
Can I be vulnerable?
No. You have to say, can I kick it, nigga?
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can. Okay, go ahead, nigga. You
I
go
wonder,
ahead.
the best part is Matt is sitting down here looking, has no fucking clue what we're talking about. I love it. I love it.
He's in the background. Yes, I do. Don't you talk to me like that.
That's that youngest shit going, yeah, I know what you're talking. I do. Some young ass out of here. So I have therapy every other week. And this past Friday, I had a breakthrough, if you will. I'm gonna say it this way, and nope, because if I say it that way, it's gonna be clipped out, and it's not gonna say. I ended up admitting to my therapist that I'm burnt out.
Okay.
And for those who do not understand, I have been running nonstop for legitimately years. You know, you'll hear him saying, "Oh, Jay went to this city or that place and did this and did that, and he was at a picture. He took pictures here and there, but it's still just all part of the rat race, if you will." And so it's just I found out I'm burnt out, man. I've been going nonstop. So really, what I've been doing is just doing everything between this and having to try to edit and get all the stuff done on the production end that we need for this, because a lot of people don't know how much goes into trying to put this little Blerds in the Hood thing together, and it's a lot. And so doing the stuff for this on top of my auditions, stand-up, writing, creating, editing, shit like that, constantly emailing places and clubs and bookers and showrunners, et cetera, trying to find new and more things to do, bigger things to do, bigger opportunities to grasp hold of, because I don't have touring representation for stand-up. So because of that, it is literally on me. And I used to begrudge it so much saying it. It was like, yo, what fuck everybody? Now I'm just like, yo, this is what's it gonna be, what's it's gonna be. I just have to put the work in 10 times as hard as I constantly go. So I'm constantly doing that. This social media shit I'm doing, which just pissed me off this morning because I just had a video that just got pulled, and I am so fucking mad.
Which video?
The one I put with the stud that picked up the chick that was dancing.
Why did it get pulled?
Because they said it was sex, but here's the problem that fucking frustrates me. You pulled my reaction to it. The regular video is still up. So that level of frustration about that, just dealing with social media and trying to keep working, making sure that I'm going back and forth with my 13-year-old. I'm like, hey, Ladybug, you told me you wanted this certain thing. I need you to send a picture of what you're telling me about. Well, I haven't made up my mind yet. God damn it, little girl. I didn't say that to her. But that was my mindset. Little 13-year-old girls are extremely indecisive. So, you know, being a father, not being a dad, being a father, trying to do all this and then do everything, I'm even after I got to bounce out of here kind of early because I have a show to go do. And then after I go to do a show, I'm going to go to another spot to try to just show face and try to get put onto that later. And then tomorrow I have to wait on my new bed that's coming in because it'll be delivered tomorrow. And then Friday they assemble it. But my brain is like, hey, guess what? If you can start trying to assemble some of this shit before they get here, they can be out of your apartment quickly. So I'll spend most of tomorrow. Initially, I was like, guess what I'll do? Go to the beach. But then my brain was like, no, we've got work to do. So I say all that to say is I'm burnt the fuck out. And then again, in the gym, 5-6 days, I was looking at them because you can look online for your LA Fitness app and see how many days you checked in. I was like, oh, I haven't not gone to the gym 4 days total this whole fucking month.
That's actually not good for you. Like, especially knowing you're not doing, to my knowledge, I don't know why I'm still to the side. To my knowledge, you're not taking it easy. You're not doing light days. You are going hard in the paint every time.
I mean, and the thing is, I'm not powerlifting every day. If I'm not, there's days I'm not lifting. There's been days that have just been intense cardio days. There have been days that have been light weights, heavy reps, things like that. So it's always switching it up. But I was looking, I'm like, I'm going to do that. But then I'm like, I'm at the gym and I'm on my old phone because I connect to the internet. I'm like, all right, I got to update shit for Blerds. I got to do shit for me. I got to send an email. I got to do all this and do that. And then I even had the reminder of not being invited to anything for San Diego and not being wanted down there. And so all this burnout and everything just came over me overwhelmingly. And so that's why I'm nonstop talking and have not taken a breath. And my therapist was like, finally, you've admitted it. She was like, finally, you've admitted it.
Look at her calling your ass out.
I have a black woman therapist. She always
and that's what she. But then good, because that's you need to be called out sometimes. And I say that with love, but I think specifically there are two different types of ways that you could be called out. You can be called out from, a familial, like a good friend or a family member, and you can be called out by an authority figure. And technically, even though therapists work for us, that is an authority figure because they have the authority of trying to help you get your mentals right. So her saying that to you, hopefully is helping that sink in, because what's so funny, y'all, what Jay did not get to with all of this is that the therapist said something similar that both myself and Dwayne said to Jay specifically. Jay has been busting his ass and he hit a particular goal of what he's been trying to do. So Dwayne and I said, you hit that goal. If you can't put it upon yourself to actually take a full vacation, if whatever's going on, you don't feel comfortable spending the money, your brain won't rest, whatever it is, then what you need to do is, at bare minimum, you need to take a day for yourself. It'd be better if you did a weekend, but take a day, go to like a Ritz-Carlton, go to a massage envy, go like a nice massage place, get yourself a full body massage, and then go find a fan. Like we asked him, when was the last time you had a fancy meal? And this nigga said,
first of the fuck off. What we're not gonna do is make me sound like some suckling ass, chortling ass jester.
Like you just so we essentially we said you need to do that, and then find a steakhouse, find a sushi place, find whatever type of fancy food that you like, that you've always wanted to have or you haven't had in a long time, and take yourself to fucking dinner and order what you want, because you have fucking earned it. And you need to understand, nobody's telling you not to keep hustling. Nobody's telling you not to keep stacking your bread and to try and push for the new thing. But you have to celebrate the victories and you have to rest. We have this entire neighborhood has told you this since the show started. But especially now.
Listen what you just said. Since the show started, which technically is 6 years, I've been going like a fucking madman. I'm sorry.
And which is correct. And the one thing I have said to you, and I think you told me your therapist said the same thing, you have been in survival mode nonstop for years. So the problem is that even though the immediate danger is currently not in the room with us, your brain cannot turn off the constant surge of cortisol and adrenaline. So you literally, in the same way that you multiple times have said, I have to go to the gym, even if I don't fucking want to, you need to do the same thing as far as resting goes and being, and so nigga, it doesn't matter, which is why I was happy to hear that you were going to try and go to the beach. But if you've got the fact that you have a delivery to get your bed, that's a viable reason to do that. If it was to make up work, I would have come over there myself and slapped the shit out of you. And I have an audition to go to tomorrow. I ain't got time to do that shit.
Anyway, that was so cute you said that. Oh, you believe that was gonna happen? Look, if you believe it, you can achieve it, but not with me. The same.
Real question though. Real question. Are you being this active to avoid some issue?
No, it's literally what Winston just.
While I agree,
and I'm not going to take that as a negative. First and foremost, this is what's called growth.
Absolutely. And shout out to Toya, who says, we've been saying this to you, but you dismiss the love we give. We want better for you, babe.
Hey, first of all, thank you, Toya, to a black woman, a black queen. I appreciate you. Why didn't
say shit? Are you laughing because Matt walked out of the room right as you said that?
You noticed that too.
I saw it too.
You noticed that too. Huh?
He clearly just went to the kitchen to put his dish away, but the timing, the allegations, bro, they're never going to be beaten. Even if they're not real, they're never going to be beaten.
And again, the people can't see it. We can see it, but you couldn't see it. It has been hard for years and I'm not the only person who goes through this type of mental state and situation and environment, if you will, where you've, like you said, you've been in struggle and survival mode so long, even when like sometimes the love people are giving you, it's hard to fully receive it because your brain is telling you that doesn't help me in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I'm not saying that's the case now, but it's just I've been so in that mode, so in that frame of mind, so in that, where it's like, look, I just gotta keep doing this. Like I just gotta keep making this happen. I just gotta keep working, and because if I don't work, who's gonna work for me? And and I always say, being in the industry, it's I love my job and my career, and I do understand the stress that it puts on, especially when you're determined to do this and you have to do it on your own. I always say for myself personally, and I can't speak to anyone else, and I know I'm not different than anybody else in this industry at all. When I say I don't have that, like I always say I have my commercial and theatrical rep, have my agent, I got my lit manager who's trying to do some things stand-up wise, but that's not her lane, and I'm not gonna ever force her to be in that lane. You know what I'm saying? She's great with trying to get these scripts done and sold and projects made, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what, and again, I love her for that. But like trying to help in that, I respect and appreciate it 1,000-fold. But I know it's not her lane. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to this comedy shit, it's like, you have and you're built and you're meant for more. You can be on these other levels that if the door was open to you, you can show up and show out. And so trying to do that and doing what I need to do to get to that has been the thing and whatnot. But I digress.
So a couple things, because then we do need to get the show started.
Yeah, I know because we've been talking for a while.
And you have to leave early. So the first thing is,
actually, I'm good. I can stay in.
Okay, you can say great.
I just can't do
after. That's fine. But that does mean we need to stay on time. But I just want to point out a couple things here. I'm always saying, if I may say, I'm low-key disabled because of burnout coupled with CPTSD because I didn't rest. I'm at a point where I got so fried, it's hard to start again. Please rest before your body forces you to. Also, Corey, the same thing. Also take the opportunity to celebrate your accomplishments. So and to that point, Mom Manor Comic Nerd says himself, I get it. I also get it. I am constantly in a state of like, Jesus Christ, it never stops. And on top of that, I'm obviously very blessed in the fact that I'm getting married next year and everything else like that. But that's its own level of responsibility of needing to work even harder to make sure that I'm putting my financial commitment to that as well, and to our future and all that kind of stuff. So 100% get it. But Almost is exactly right. If you don't manually stop, your body will do it for you. In the same way that literally, if you forget to breathe, your brain has an automatic function to fucking breathe. It is aware that you are technically holding your breath constantly, and it will do something to solve that. Because that will be a survival tactic. So But he even said, I didn't realize this. Jimmy Nail says, don't be like me. I had a stroke on the line at 24 and fucked up my body.
28. How did you see 8 and say 4?
Because I kept reading this first one and couldn't understand what that was.
Okay.
So the 4 was just lodged in my brain, even though I
was like,
8.
how did you?
That's why. At 28 and fucked up my body, listen to your body because you can't do shit without it. So yes, I am very aware that I saw. So with that being said, streamlabs.com/blerdsndahood/tip, streamlabs.com/blerdsndahood/tip. If you want to support the show, as many of you know, once we hit $100, we take a shot. So if you would like to see that happen,
can we please hit 100 today? Because I just want to see something. Can we please hit 100? I don't give a shit if we don't go past it. I just want us to hit 100. I just want to see something.
Okay, totally fine. You can also use Venmo or Cash App if you'd rather go that route. It is in the description how to get to all of those. So check that out. Shout out to Luis Carrero and Dark E Co Freak 23. What is your name? That's 2 new subscribers to the channel. We appreciate it, man.
I don't know why you said Dark Eco. It's just Darko.
I thought that's Dark Eco Freak.
No, or damn. It's either Dark Eco Freak or Dark Co Freak. It's one of the two.
Well, either way,
one of the two.
It's one or the other. But we got to jump right into it, man. This weekend was indeed Comic-Con, and Marvel really, what happened? There we go. Marvel really owned the hall, man. There were some other big announcements, but Marvel was the one that really crushed. They announced Ryan Gosling will be the new Ghost Rider, and he's doing a movie with Sean Levy to start off. And it's going to be in 2028.
Hey, man.
Before we move on, what do you think about that, Jay?
Hey, man, who is Sean Levy? Who is he partnered with consistently?
Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, which he's been the producers on one of the producers of Deadpool. He has been producer of Stranger Things, so he knows what to give us in regard. And I saw someone, social media has had some of the dumbest ass takes on all of these things, right? And I saw somebody go, Ryan Gosling, Ken, why would they get Ken? Bitch, did you just miss the Fall Guy?
Did you miss the Fall Guy? He's about to be in Starfighter.
The last Starfighter he has.
Fucking Drive. If he brings me even an inkling of what he did in Drive to Ghost Rider, he will fucking crush this.
And that's the thing. He's been so. This is like, I'm tired of people cherry picking the thing that they didn't like or they don't like that feels like it disqualifies an actor from a role. Because we're going to talk about another one in a moment, and I really, it really baffles me.
What? I'm assuming it's the amount of people that have been bitching about another casting that got announced.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. What the fuck happened to? Oh, here it is. So yeah, we have that Ryan Gosling. That was a big one. Then at the end of it, but we'll do it right now. This announcement was made by Ryan Coogler.
There is one more thing. I want you guys to give a warm welcome to our new Black Panther, Mr. David Johnson.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you to this amazing family that I have the honor and the privilege and the blessing to join. I actually don't want to say too much because I want to let this screen do the talking. But believe me, the honor is entirely mine. Thank you.
I will say for me personally, this movie, Black Panther 3, is set to come out December of 28. Ryan said he's going to be shooting a decent amount of the film.
I thought it said
December 15th, 28.
Yes.
I remember because it's 5 days after my birthday. So I was like, oh, that'll be a fun late birthday present. But I love this casting. I haven't seen Romulus. I did see The Long Walk. David Johnson is a fucking star, bro. He's on a
generational run.
He is so goddamn talented. And people have been putting the side by side of him and Chadwick. The nigga literally looks like he could be the adult child of Chadwick, or could be his younger brother. Like, it literally is fantastic fucking casting as far as that goes. And so I cannot be more thrilled for him. I got a little emotional seeing him be announced because for those that don't know, he's playing the aged up to Saint or T'Challa 2 that was introduced at the end of Wakanda Forever. A lot of people, I saw some real dumb shit where someone was like, man, how that kid was 10 in that movie. How the fuck he gonna be in his 30s and shit when it's time for this movie to come out? And it's like, nigga, it's comic books. We literally had an entire show in Loki with the TVA talking about timelines and time travel. All of Endgame was about time travel. You don't think they ain't got a way to grow this nigga up? And we're about to go into Secret Wars. Secret Wars will come out before this. One of the things about Secret Wars is the entirety of all the multiverse collapsing into one battle world and then the world being reset. What makes you think that you could not age this nigga up in that as well?
There's a dude.
Not you doing the motherfucking
thing, right? And when he does,
what you doing, Hobgoblin? What the fuck you doing, nigga?
Well, no, I'm going Steven, because when he does these things, right? There's the eye of Agamotto opens up, which we know is call it again, Infinity Stone. It still has Infinity Stone relevance, relics, and it's the Time Stone, which means you can adjust time, which you mean you can adjust the person's time. We need him to be the king he's yet to be, so we need to grow him the fuck up. It is easy to do. Magic exists in this world. Also, the biggest issue I have has been people being fucking dumbasses. There is no other way I can say this about the fact that he is British. I have seen so much unnecessary goddamn scrutiny because the man is British. And I see people go, oh, they couldn't get a black American actor to play the Black Panther. What the fuck are any of y'all talking about? The nigga is playing a fictional character from a fictional nation in Africa.
That's the thing. That's what I needed to get at. I needed to ask a question. Where is T'Challa from? I would love to know. I would love for people that have asked that question, where is T'Challa from? Please answer that question for me. I also need you to answer the question, if you're this upset about it, where's Letitia Wright from?
She is British.
I just need you to answer that for me. Is that? But continue your thought, because I have one other thing I'd love to bring up, but go continue.
But also, you go down this whole litany of thing, right? And people are like, oh, I saw people say Black American actors aren't getting roles. I need you stupid motherfuckers to let that Drewski sketch go out of your head. Because
the sketch was funny. It was funny, but
the reason I bring it up, the majority of acting roles which are populated by Black actors currently are populated by Black American actors. I understand you might see a Black British actor in certain roles, but to also say, hey, why wasn't Damson Idris or Aldous Hodge, all these people in the blah, 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 blah. How do we even know they were in the running? Fan casting has gotten to be at a very toxic point, and I hate that I'm yelling. But fan casting has gotten to a very toxic point where people act as if because their fan cast, their mental idea of who a person should play a role isn't announced, then it's a terrible casting. I saw one person also say he's not attractive enough. What in the fuck does that have to do with this man's acting ability? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
On top of the fact that, again, as we've said, literally go look at the side by side. So then you're arguing that Chadwick is also unattractive. Is essentially what you're saying, since again he looks like he could literally be his adult young son or his younger brother. That's the first thing. The second thing, for all the people that are upset that it wasn't Damson Idris and you're not giving it to American actor, where's Damson Idris from?
Niggas are so busy worried about Franklin Saint and not realizing he is British goddamn self.
Here's another question for those of us that love the absolutely just class act that is Delroy Lindo. Where's Delroy Lindo from?
I did a thing on Twitter and Threads a couple of years ago and damn near broke the internet where I said actors you didn't know were British, Black actors you didn't know were British. I'll start Delroy Lindo, and everybody lost their fucking minds. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm. I mean, we talked about this on this show when we were dealing with the BAFTAs and everything else. I didn't realize the nigga was British, bro. The funny thing is, American English just sounds so fucking down. Like they're high, they're like high ass like fucking English, and then coming to do an American accent is so much easier for them to do than a lot of us to do British accents. We never fucking know. I remember seeing Hugh Laurie be in House all them years, and then I finally saw him win one of his Emmys. And he was just like, first of all, just like the thing. I was like, the fuck? The nigga British? Like, I literally was aghast because I had no idea.
I didn't know Hugh Jackman was Australian.
See, look, today I learned Delroy Lindo was British. But I just, yeah, it's just wild to me that we have just fully gotten to a place where every single person that is on the internet beyond a certain period of time is just waiting for a reason to get mad. That's it. They're all just waiting for a reason to get pissed off, because when you, for those that maybe didn't see, because again, some of these movies that, like, Romulus was a big enough movie, but Long Walk was kind of a smaller one. I highly recommend for anybody who's like, man, I don't know about this nigga. Go watch either Romulus or The Long Walk. I didn't see Romulus, but I've heard nothing but good things about what he did in it. I did see The Long Walk. This man is going to absolutely, his acting chops are on the same fucking level as Chadwick, period. So.
All right. I want to do something real quick. Winston doesn't know I'm doing this. Matt doesn't know I'm doing this. But this is the moment I wanted to wait. And I kind of teased about talking about this if you follow me on Threads, because I'd rather use Threads than the hellscape that is Twitter. So I want to go back an announcement, by the way. This goes back to Ghost Rider and Ryan Gosling being announced as, we don't even know if he's Johnny Blaze, Robbie Ray. We don't know which one he is yet. We just know he's Ghost Rider, right? But the biggest thing was, hey, why haven't they announced a Blade movie yet? Damn, it seemed really suspect that they can't announce a Blade movie. Damn, they really fumbled having Blade. It's messed up not having Blade, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, here's the thing I want y'all to do real quick. First off, solo me.
Okay. Yep, you got it. There you go.
Second thing, make sure y'all start telling people to tune into this fucking show. Because if you follow me for years, whether it be Collider, Nerdist, New Rockstars, whatever, when I say stuff about this universe and these comic book movies and TV shows, I do this. I've been wanting to bring back Mad Titan, but we're doing this here. Everybody keeps thinking Kevin Feige and all them are fumbling and they don't want to do a Blade movie and all this, that, and the third. Maybe you should look at where the problem really is that you haven't heard about. How many writers has this film gone through? How many directors?
Like, what, 6 writers, 7 writers?
Oh, yeah. How many directors has this thing gone through?
I believe that's also about like 6 or 7 directors.
So in order for it to keep going through writers and directors, which means you can't get a certain script right, and it's not just because it's not to the liking of the executive producer who's the head of the studio, it's because you can't get it to the liking of the star. So that means your star has an issue with this, everything that keeps being thrown at him. And let's just be real. There is no reason. Yes, there were reports that, oh man, one script came out where he was only having 2 fights in it. Okay, we'll change it up. Then we brought in another writer. Then we brought another writer. Then we brought in a writer that he wanted personally. And it still didn't work. So I need everybody to understand where your outrage lies for Blade is extremely misplaced.
On top of the fact that I think some things need to be taken into consideration. If you'll bring me back real quick, Matt. Thank you. Jay, what happened in 2023? During the summer of 2023, there were 2 major things that went down.
Shit, there's so much that happened. You again, burnt out, brother. You gotta burnt out, brother. There were 2 strikes. There was a writer's strike and an actor strike that went down in 2023. My apologies.
You're fine. I get it. You are burnt out. It's totally fine. The fact that both of those happened means that anything in production had to come to a screeching fucking halt. So it may have been a scenario where some of that stuff was moving forward in the proper direction. And then once things came back, schedules changed and people couldn't do it anymore. And the movie wasn't far enough along. There's any ad number.
I have friends who were attached to Blade who could no longer do Blade because of all of the delays and pushbacks from the strikes, from every other thing else.
Mm-hmm. So, all that to be said, it is just a genuine combo of shit that has gone wrong as far as it happens. However, by the nature of bringing Ghost Rider into this, it had been talked about for the longest time that they are trying to move towards the Midnight Suns. So if you are still,
Hey, it's not even, I'll tell you this, and I don't know if I told y'all or even Dwayne, it's not they're trying to, they're going to do it. The Midnight Suns is happening. So just so you know, Midnight, yes, you can take it as law from JayWashington on Blerds N The Hood. Midnight Suns is happening. So it isn't that Mahershala isn't Blade anymore. Blade may not have his solo film, but you're getting that. And also, why wouldn't you get the Midnight Suns coming off of the success of Werewolf by Night?
Absolutely. And so to that point, because like, I'll be honest with you, the funny thing is, and this is where then you have to get into a whole other conversation, the script that they were actually most enjoying and what was going on ended up being a dumpster fire because a particular writer was not allowed to work with Disney no more because of some shit that went down. We're not even gonna get into that today, but that's a whole other thing.
Because he couldn't keep his dick in his pants and he wanted to be all cock swole on social media 24/7. But you figure that out. But yep. You know what? I'm gonna just look at my phone. I wasn't even supposed to.
Last thing that happened was that you had Ryan Reynolds show up as Deadpool in a Jean Grey Deadpool suit, and he got to ask some questions about principal photography and all that, and they were like, "We've already shot it, bro." And so then Deadpool was upset, and it was like, "Okay, well, maybe I'll end up in Secret Wars." Which the fact that Ryan Reynolds just looked like he was cosplaying like kind of perfectly like that, and because he apparently was able to make it through the con completely and out with no security because people genuinely just thought he was just cosplaying. They did not know it was actually him.
They thought he was just X-Force Deadpool because, again, yes, it is the gray is the X-Force Deadpool, but it also was a Canadian tuxedo, which is a jean thing, but it was jean gray.
It was jean gray.
Also,
trolling like crazy.
We all know what that was.
Trolling like crazy. So
he trolled the whole thing. So
that shit was
hilarious. Did you hear Steve Lacy fucked up?
I don't want to know. I saw something happen. I don't want to know.
I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna say this. So
I heard that Steve Lacy fucked up.
So for those who don't know, when artists are given songs to be placed on, like sometimes when they're given like when Kendrick got Black Panther, when he had TDE do the album, he had to see the movie to know the songs to place in what position, right? So a lot of artists, their songs are either just straight sync to them, or they're given the film to know which song would go great with this scene, this person, et cetera, et cetera. Well, Steve Lacy did an interview, and the interviewer asked Steve Lacy, "Hey, what's the biggest thing you're most excited about for this movie?" And Steve Lacy said something.
Steve Lacy said something he's not supposed to say. That's fine.
You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me.
Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Okay, I believe you. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad with you if you fucking do this shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right. I didn't trust you. I'm sorry. That's on me because I've been dodging this fucking story like the plague all day. I apologize. Please.
Steve Lacy said a certain thing was his favorite thing about it. The interviewer asked, "You said what?" Which in terms led this nigga to repeat it.
He said it again.
He said it again. Here is the issue. I saw people in comments bringing up, "Hey, is this any different from when Tom Holland or Mark Ruffalo do that?" And I'm like, yeah, because you're not getting rid of Tom Holland or Mark Ruffalo. Tom Holland saying something. So remember when Mark Ruffalo said everybody dies. Now, was it a spoiler? Yes and no. Because a lot of people died, you just didn't know who died. Now, Tom Holland, it was just the kid that was excited. They were like, "We just can't give this nigga the whole script no more. We just got to give it to him in sections.
Pretty much.
So, but when it comes to artists, you have to be. Marvel Studios has snipers on the roof. I've been looking out my balcony because I'm not sure if after what I just told y'all, they looking at me.
I mean, probably. And unfortunately, they have the excuse that you're burnt out, so they could just say, "Oh, the nigga just collapsed from lifting too many weights." Like, Jesus Christ.
Hello.
That's great. So the last thing we got to say about San Diego Comic-Con, we did have some stuff come out from Lanterns. There was actually this really cool activation thing over the weekend that fans got to do to join the Green Lantern Corps. Check this out. So, as you know, obviously the show.
I wonder what it would fit on my big ass fingers. Is what you know what?
That's a great question. But the trailer that seemingly flipped the switch to excitement for fans and general audiences dropped during SDCC. So it sounds like people are kind of hype about it. I mean, I've always been hype about it, despite what Jay has been telling me one way or the other. I still have been like, you know what? Until I see it with my eyes and I straight up go, oh, I don't like this. Just like I've just been like, Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa, is too goddamn good of a fucking actor. So is Kyle Chandler. So again, if it comes out and it's ass, well,
Do something else! Do something else! That's it! That's all we want! Do something else!
Juco, that's Mufasa.
yeah. Every time I say Aaron Pierre's name, that's Mufasa. I literally do that. It's just.
You need to leave.
You need to not be a hater. Just it happens. Relax. Last thing that really happened, I guess, is Johnny Depp surprised the crowd dressed as Ebenezer Scrooge, and
He did. He went through the same thing like Ryan Reynolds did.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Through the crowd, and no one noticed it was. So every year, that's one of the beautiful things about Comic-Con. Every year, you get multiple celebrities who cosplay, who go straight through the crowd, and people will never know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, again, Ryan Reynolds was just going around chilling, probably talking to people as Ryan Reynolds, and people were like, "That's a dope ass X-Force costume you got. Somebody really took time and really got good craftsmanship in their cosplay," not knowing that the studios that make it was like, "Go and make this one."
Yeah. You never know, man. So either way, that was San Diego Comic-Con. Streamlabs.com/blerdsndahood/tip. Streamlabs.com/blerdsndahood/tip if you would like to get in a question, support the show, all that good stuff. We would appreciate that. But we got to move on to the other major event that happened this past weekend. It was WNBA All-Star Weekend, man, and it went down. You had the All-Star Game setting an attendance record of 19,783 at the United Center in Chicago, surpassing the NBA's All-Star Game for the first time in league history.
Sorry.
You're good. But they for the first time in league history, they passed the NBA All-Star Game for attendance this year. So first of all, shout out to them for doing that. That's absolutely amazing.
Hey, this is to really, I think, and I'll let you finish real quick. I think this goes to say, you know, yes, there's one player that's made a lot of controversy, one or two players, but the league is bigger than these two players. This is 30 years of a league that has been built on the backs, the blood, sweat, and tears of some hard-working, balling ass women. Yeah, and they deserve every fucking thing for this weekend.
Absolutely. So we want to show you a couple of things that went down from it. First of all, the ladies were surprised during practice by former President Barack Obama. Check out this video.
Some of you I'm meeting for the first time. All of you are extraordinary. People paying attention to your excellence. I think it has been something for basketball fans generally. Excited to see. Unfortunately, I because of the previous engagement involving the show, which You know, sorry, y'all, but I don't mess with my wife. I will not compete with the actual game tomorrow, but I wanted to make sure that I stop by. I don't run for court winning to protect my Achilles. But I did inaugurate it with a game of horse, which I lost.
I don't know if you saw it, Jay, but there was a really funny moment where Jonquel Jones, which Jay got to see Jonquel Jones last night for the first time at the Liberty game, and he was like, "Her name is what?" Just like I was like, "Yeah, she got probably the most niggerish name in all of the W, bro." Jonquel Jones.
Jonquel, I know you fucking lying, Joe.
That was the thing. We started joking during the game, like, what would her middle name be? Like, what is the blackest like name she could have as a middle name? And we kind of settled on either Jonquel motherfucking Jones or Jonquel, I know you fucking lying, Joe. What were you gonna say,
bruh? For those who don't watch the W, now I'm not familiar with the Liberty and a lot of their players. I know a lot of different players around the league, et cetera, et cetera. The Liberty has an 8'12" Chinese woman.
She is 6'11", 7 foot, but go ahead.
8'10". Motherfucker shoots threes. And here's the thing. Again, I have all the respect in the world for these women. I want to be like, if you get your big motherfucking ass down low in the paint.
Bro. I literally, while we were watching the game, and once we looked up how tall she was, I was like, bro, why is she out here playing like Wemby? Where is your post game? Will you please get in the goddamn post?
Like, we rooting for the Sparks. Keep this in mind. We rooting for the Sparks. We're like, hey, get your big ass down in the paint. What can you do?
But there was a lot of other dope stuff that went down. First of all, AZ Fudd became the first rookie to win the three-point contest. Check this out.
Historically good.
And how fun was just the whole experience tonight? You have a rookie come out and have an incredible three-point shooting performance. You had a number of high schoolers in the shooting competition who just came out here with ice in their veins.
I did not realize that was indeed added on the edit because Jay really wanted that to play that video by himself.
Thank you.
But that was a thing.
Our producer, Matt Thomas. Thank you, Matt.
I do want to very quickly. I want to show you guys. We'll get to one other story about the All-Star game, but my favorite player, Paige Beckers, man, she said this earlier today, and it had gone viral about who she would want to trade positions with, what celebrity she'd want to trade. And so this is what she had to say.
Which celebrity would you want to switch lives with for a day? Tom Holland. Tom. At first I'm like, wait. Oh, okay. Makes sense, valid, right? Yeah, honestly, no comment needed. Y'all know. Which celebrity?
Bro, the speed at which she said Tom Holland. Like, it wasn't even a thought, bro.
She like, I'm trying to fuck Rue.
Put your motherfucking dick on the
wall. I'm not gonna live this fucking line down ever. This line will never. It will never leave me. No way. No.
You shouldn't have said the word "rue" the minute you brought that up. What do you think I'm gonna say, bro? That's all you
said. Anything.
I mean, it's getting added to clips soon, so don't worry.
That's also true. That is true.
Hey, I swear for Lord, I will.
If Matt doesn't do what I am, so don't just swear all you want. Like one of us will put that shit in there, bro.
It will put your dick on the wall. It will put your dick on.
Okay, keep one, cut one. Serious chicken, put your motherfucking dick on the wall. Oh shit. So the last thing we wanted to talk about, man, there was an incredible play that went down with the rookie Malonga. Check this out with the pass.
Here's Reese Finding Malunga for the slam.
Bro, it is the first, I believe it says the first dunk since 2022. The person that used to dunk the most in the league as of late has been Brittany Griner, but obviously Brittany's getting older. We were talking about this on the way to the game. We were like, yeah, Brittany ain't dunked in a while because it's very clear. You no use knees against Russian team anymore. They're just bashing them motherfuckers.
You don't dunk on my cousin, okay? My cousin should post you up. You dunk on cousin, you get no squares in gulag.
Not put your chicken on the wall. God damn. That's some serious wall D.
I don't like what you speak of.
Yeah, man. But Team Witherspoon beat Team Cooper 129-122. Jonquel motherfucking Jones was your all-star MVP, man, and overall was a good thing. But that's not the actual drama that came out of the W this weekend.
So this motherfucker Winston had this story, and he was excited to tell this. He was like, we got to talk this one.
We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. I'm gonna show y'all why, man. So hold on. Let me get us into the screen share mode super quickly, man, so I can show you.
Hey everybody! By the way, if you are here watching us, thank you to everybody. We were up to over 100 live at one point. Want to say thank you to everybody watching us. Go ahead and click that like button. Click the like button. Click the like button. Click the like button. Click it. Share it. All the good things, man. Let people know you're watching Blerds in the Hood and all that.
Absolutely. But the real drama came when Dejanay Carrington accused Nalissa Smith of cheating with other WNBA players. She's one of this. Dejanay is a guard for the Sky. She went on Threads and said, since here, I'll bring it up. Share this tab instead. Since motherfuckers want to be funny today, I'm going to be hilarious. Yes, Nalissa cheated on me with Deja Kelly and Aaliyah Nye. Two chicks that were both playing on the Aces previously. They're in different places now. But you essentially had this entire situation of this going down, of that happening. There was no comment from Nalissa as far as everything went. It's been kind of wild, bro. Everybody's just like,
by the way.
Yeah. Which one? Over here?
Both of them. Are those what you be looking at?
Well, this is the W 30th anniversary Air Forces. You see, that's the W colors.
I didn't red, white, and blue. I just was like, what the fuck?
No. That's just because we're looking at a WNBA story. So yeah, man, it just apparently it's been going down. Apparently, because I will say this is one thing that's very unique to the W, because clearly. Niggas is still like, and by niggas, I just mean men as a whole right now, are still not comfortable being out as far as that goes. Like, heated rivalry is just a TV show.
I would love to hear the story of a nigga on a football team. Since niggas want to talk about being wide receivers, let me tell you how they was a tight end.
I mean, did you hear about the rumors about Stephon Diggs and what's been going on about how his brother was whooping on some dude because there was a DM that went out of Stephon being like, you can come over and get this booty hole or some shit like that? You didn't hear about this?
I'm sorry, what
Again, this is all allegedly. But hold on. I will pull up the Stephon Diggs story.
Jesus Christ!
Oops.
So yeah, his booty hole is wild. Hey, you come get this booty hole is wild, sir.
So there's a man that's accusing Stephon Diggs of sexually assaulting him inside his Maryland home. It was ordered to turn over DMs he exchanged with the NFL star. TMZ learned the accuser, Christopher Griffith, has 14 days to produce his entire Instagram direct message history with Stephon, according to legal documents obtained by TMZ. Christopher will also have to turn over all documents related to his travel to and from Maryland on the weekend of the 20th to the 23rd of 2023. When he claims the sexual assault happened, he has to handle all documents related to the flights, all that kind of stuff. Where is the actual, did they get to the alleged text?
Stephon, Stephon be a deal, because that's how you fumble Cardi. Also, what is it about niggas fumbling Cardi?
Cardi and Megan, bro.
Hey, and Megan, hey, listen, we us average niggas, average men, regular dudes, we understand that in many times in life, we probably would never get those type of women. Winston's about to be married, so he doesn't count right now, and Matt don't like black women. So on behalf of myself, on behalf of myself.
You know, he would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
I understand. But the level of fumbling.
It's been a lot of fumbling. It's been a lot of fumbling,
The
man.
level of fumbling, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So either way, a lot of the stuff that was talked about, because part of what it is, oh, here it is. So some of the viral messages, there was an earlier screenshot released in a dispute showing Diggs sending messages like, LOL, come on and get your ass bust, and I could vet your confidence, champ. As some of the things.
So we don't have the capacity.
Fully prepared to suck his dick.
Again, allegedly. First of all, I impressed none of that. That was all
I'm impressed. Hey, it wasn't me.
All press buttons. Now, mind you, to that point, if he is bi or gay, it doesn't matter. That's his business. Good for you. It's just what specifically why this has become such a thing is because other than what's been going on with the allegations that Griffith has said about him, you also had a video that was going viral of Stephon Diggs' brother whooping the shit out of, I believe it was this dude, it may have been another dude, in an elevator. And again, it's because of some of the stuff that had been like rumored and circulating around. So
so again, straight guy here. And so I consider myself as much as an ally as I possibly can be.
Mm-hmm.
I say this a lot to especially a lot of dudes on like social media. I'm like, hey bro, it's 2026. You can come out. And is it because we're in this Western nation mindset?
I can tell you why it's
heteronormativity, or B, this hyper masculine, it's still looked down upon. Gay men, bisexual men are looked at as less than.
You hit the nail on the head. We're still, despite certain rights coming forward, we've already seen them continuously to take them back. But all you need to do is see the fact that, like, I've told you this. I told you about this story. I don't watch The Breakfast Club much anymore. Occasionally, if one of their videos pops up on YouTube, I'll check it. There was one that went viral yesterday where they asked the question. There were some black men that were like, hey, man, washing your ass in the shower with like soap and like getting in there and really clean it up, that's gay. Cleaning yourself is gay.
Okay, I will say this, and don't y'all look at me wrong when I say this. I'm gonna close my eyes. I don't want to see Matt nor Winston's faces. I don't trust them. I'm in the shower. I got a washcloth. White people, washcloths are a thing. Now, I have a white washcloth, and I'm back there doing my thing. If I got to go damn near knuckle deep to make sure we cleaned out, we're going clean out.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir. God damn it, Matt. God damn it, Matt. That was wild. That was wild, Matt. But no, but like real talk, who's walking around with an itchy booty all day? What the fuck is your problem?
Also, not only do I wash my ass deep when I take a shower, I have wipes in my bathroom that I make sure I keep up. So like, what are we talking about?
Do you remember during the pandemic where they were encouraging people, especially when all the toilet paper was gone, they were like, you should get a bidet. And once again, niggas be like, man, that's some gay shit. You trying to shoot some water up your ass? Yes. Clean yourself.
Did you hear about Ebro? Ebro was like, crack them cheeks, por favor. Did you hear about Ebro off the radio? He was like, his wife so homegirl was posted. Ebro had to go. His wife had to teach him how to clean himself because of that. He's a radio personality in New York. Old man Ebro. He was like, yeah, I wasn't going all up in there and it's
DJ
like,
Envy had the same story because he's been with DJ Envy's been with his wife for 20 or 30 years or however long. And he was like, yeah, we used to take showers together and then randomly.
Oh, it was Envy. Okay,
it was Envy.
It was Envy.
Yeah, that's part of why that video went viral because it was him being like, yeah, and then she went up there, she started cleaning. He's like, hey, what are you doing? And she was like, clean your ass. What are you doing?
Like, Envy, Ebro, regardless of whatever old nigga it was, Envy to sit there and be on like, I ain't never clean. Yo, you shitty booty ass grown men. Like, listen, we all have like sweat come out our ass. That's just natural. When we walk around, we do things throughout the day. Men, women, everything. Women have more openings and everything. But for dudes to be like, that's gay. I don't know if y'all know the definition of gay in that regard from homosexuality. It's doing things of a sexual nature with someone of the same sex. So you wiping yourself, committing what's called a hygienic ritual, it's not gay.
I can't even see what that says. Hold on, sorry, because I'm not zoomed in right now. Jimmy
So
says
the fact this conversation has to be had makes me so upset. I just fuck.
Yes, fully agree. And again, I'm sorry to anybody that this is upsetting, but we're literally having it because it's ridiculous. And what I was saying was essentially the reason we got here is because again we were talking about the drama going on the W1. Just having that drama anyway is just entertaining as it is, because the only other time we've ever seen like couples kind of having that fight stuff would be you could have musicians and actors because you end up there working on the same set, but obviously with most sports it's not typically co-ed. Was curling, because we did talk about that when we were watching the curling shit earlier. Was like, if you don't sweep that shit, bitch, I'm sweeping. Don't you see I'm sweeping? It's just like,
and then it'd be her yelling at him, bitch, dig deep, stop, he, stop.
So
I just don't understand, bro.
Yeah.
I
so
just
like,
don't.
Yeah. So just all that being said, it's not just the drama of it, but the idea that you could have happy couples like working together and doing stuff, and the drama couples, all that, but that can go on. I really hope that we finally get to a place one day where in like men's leagues and stuff like that, that people can literally just be themselves. Like, obviously that's why it was such a big deal. When Michael Sam and Jason Collins and who was there was one other NFL player that came out.
Carl Nassib or whatnot.
Nassib, yes, Carl Nassib. That's why that was so. Though you heard that story that he told when he was playing on the Browns, right?
First of all, no, but also I just want you to understand the irony of hearing a gay man's story he told when he was on the Browns.
That's fair. That's fair. So he was in a game. I think Matt's about to type something. Maybe it was against the Browns. Excuse me. He's playing against the Browns. So he was on defense, and he starts yelling at somebody. He's like, "Hey man, I'm about to come and whoop your gay." Like he'd already come out at this point. He'd said this. He goes, "I'm about to whoop your gay ass, motherfucker." And then literally his D-line turned around and said, "Hey man, you can't say that shit." And he goes, "Oh man, they actually are my allies, bro. Look at that. They out here calling out some homophobia shit. That's incredible."
Niggas on the line. Hey, time out. Hey man, you can't say shit like that.
You can't say that shit, bro. Like, what are you doing?
It's just, I think the odds of ever seeing it happen in full fruition for a male league are slim to none. The women, though, but here's the thing: I always had this assumption that a lot of the women were sleeping around with each other, because you could see the way they also be like posted up on each other in certain like fouls and shit. And like if you can read lips quickly and see little motions, you like, okay, I see what this is. Because last year's WNBA game was a real telltale sign. The way the stud bros was going around, it was such a
bro. I love them so much. They're so. First of all, they both can ball. They ball so well, but they are fucking hilarious. Like, as a matter of fact, for those that don't know, bro, I think we covered this too, but the dude that does like the smash respectfully, like he does that whole shit.
Oh yeah,
he got on a live with them where they're like smash, double smash, like they just out here having a good fucking time, man.
Yeah, this is true. This is true, Jimmy Nails. If you take lesbians out of you got about 3 players.
I mean,
bro, about like 3 to 5 players total.
It's literally just Asia Wilson and like Cam Brink and like Kelsey Plum.
Wait, Cam Brink isn't a lesbian?
No. She's either married or about to get married to this very tall Norwegian man. They're about to clearly go make NBA and WNBA like blonde, blue-eyed babies. Yeah,
she's okay. That's the nope. Don't say those words. Don't say that. Don't say that at all. Don't you say it, sir.
Oh man. All right, but we got to keep it moving. Streamlabs.com/blerdsndahood/tip. Streamlabs.com/blerdsndahood/tip. If you want to support the show, we had one come in from Joseph Ashley who says, author Tommy Adeyemi. Did I say that right? Adeyemi. Adeyemi distanced herself from Children of Blood and Bone film adaptation. Do you think she's sabotaging herself? Where George R.R. Martin and Stephen King also leave their projects, but accept films and shows will be different from the books. I don't really know a lot about this story. I know Matt wanted to speak on it. I don't know if you know anything about it. You want to speak on it?
So all I don't even know. I do know the adaptation, and Gina Prince Bythewood is doing the film. I remember when they were filming out in South Africa. The trailer dropped, and first of all, again, this is why I love my people, but I sometimes can't stand my people.
Yeah.
The trailer looks fire, but I hated the fact people went, "Oh, look at them trying to do Black Panther," and I'm like, "What the fuck? Why can't we have a film about black people and magic in Africa and a beautiful setting and it's colorful, et cetera, and it doesn't have to be compared to anything else? Let these two can stand on their own volitions. These don't need to be compared. So you have that, and then, like I said, originally she distanced herself from it. She said she didn't like some of the adaptation, some of the way they did it.
So I opened up the Variety article real quick. She was quoted in saying, "The worst thing I have ever had to live through. I never want to hear about this project again." She said in a 5-minute video she posted on her social media.
Okay, that's what it is. El Boogie just said it. She's upset. Amanda Steinberg is of the lighter complexion, playing a character who is of a darker skin in the book.
Is what you deduce. Okay, got you.
Because again, one of the things in the book, I know for a fact when she wrote it, and I was reading up on this, she wanted to put at the forefront and highlight darker skinned Black people. The beauty of our darker skin. You know, for years, there's always been the jokes of light skin, dark skin, but they're all in Hollywood for years and throughout, the stigma, the negative stereotypes of Black skin. And so when she created this beautiful story, it was about darker skinned Africans in their life and everything they were dealing with, and magic, et cetera. And these are like stories from our history, from our culture. For a lot of people who do not know, a lot of Black stories, a lot of African stories do delve deep into magic and stuff like that. So to have Amanda, as the forefront, it was like, oh, and Amanda's great actor. But I understand.
But this is the only thing that's wild, because I did hear about this, that she originally was supporting Amanda being cast in it.
So was she supporting her being just cast or being cast in that specific role?
I can't tell you, because again, I know nothing about this project, but I did. So Matt, go ahead. Come in and just say what you know.
So and make sure you hold on before you do this. Get all of your thoughts together.
I already have. So what she talked about, because I watched the video you guys, and I sent it to you earlier. Essentially, she's talked about behind the scenes how she's been antagonized by just the producers, people involved with the production. It's gotten to the point where nobody knows, or everybody in the studio knows, and nobody speaks. It's like a well-known, unspoken secret, and she's like, nobody's going to talk about it unless I talk about it. And there's a ton of shit. And also, I do got to point out, so the same Amanda we praised last week for not taking Shuri took a dark skin role, knowing it was a dark skin role. I do want to point that out real quick.
She now? Are we sure she knew it was a dark skin character?
Probably, because normally
I can't in that regard, because you're being asked to join into a project, and I'm not dismissing what you're saying by any stretch. But when we know Shuri, again, she specifically said the reason on that.
Here we go. I've got a quote from Steinberg. So she said, so first there was the since deleted TikTok video that Adeyemi posted saying some DMs that she wrote to Amanda saying, "Don't ever use my name in an interview or video again. Do not text me. Do not call me." And appeared to block Steinberg, according to the LA Times. Steinberg had previously received backlash from book fans over her casting as Princess Amari, due to allegations of colorism. She said, "I am 4 months into training for Children of Blood and Bone, and I'm getting my ass whooped," Steinberg previously said in a deleted TikTok video last year. "I want everyone to know that this is important to me, and I think about it with every choice that I make. I would never navigate my career blindly, not thinking about my skin tone or the space I occupy. I would never go after a role I didn't feel was right for me. I want to see all skin tones represented in media. I know that colorism is an insidious system that relentlessly impacts every facet of entertainment." Despite the insinuation about a feud with Steinberg, Adeyemi has not clarified what happened on Children of Blood and Bone set.
So she basically liked this role and took it anyways, knowing it was a dark skin, which is
that's why.
So the same woman we praised last week.
And what's wild about that is because you have a scenario where we've talked about this before. There's a level of we have to give people space to grow and become better, but we also have to acknowledge that people can devolve and get worse. So she may have had a strong standpoint before of like, yeah, I'm not going to take up the space, all that kind of stuff. And then a couple years later was like, we good. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
also, to be fair, her career's kind of been on a backslide. Dear Evan Hansen, as much as I like The Acolyte, this, like, those are the last 3 projects I could think about her in.
Yeah. So I guess she's not even a main character, people are saying, though. I haven't read the book.
But it's just, it's the principle of it. Because,
no, I understand. I understand.
So again,
that.
I think, thank you, Matt, for coming on. We appreciate you. You get off and don't come back. Just joking. But I think that's the thing, because this cast and this whole movie and everything is supposed to be in this realm of dark-skinned Africans, right? And then, like you said, there are going to be people who are going to be like, oh, so like you said, why can't this, blah, blah, blah. And for her to speak on that, like you just read in that article, that is very telling. But going to Matt's point.
This is also a good point that Toya says, let's let the movie come out and see how this is reflected. I'm dark-skinned, and as far as the cast, I feel fed. Okay. And see, again, that's what you want. You want dark-skinned men and women to feel represented, to feel seen. Right. And again, if she's a small part of this in the adaptation, right, then all of the hoopla was for nothing. But also, I understand where Tommy's coming from, because is it Tommy or Tommy? Because I know some women that pronounce it that way and it's pronounced Tommy, but I want to make sure. But
I'm pretty sure it's Tommy for her case.
Thank you. So I also understand how Tommy feels, because again, this is your work. You're allowing to be adapted, and you want it to be as faithful as possible. And there are a litany of black talent, dark-skinned black talent out here that could have been. Now, this also goes into, and we got to move on, this goes into a lot of Hollywood shit as well, when you have agencies, managers, studios, and all these little, well, if you get this talent, you got to use that talent. Because a lot of times that happens as well. Oh my God, I am so crazy. Yo, do we remember that this movie actually fucking happened?
Oh, I saw it. It was terrible.
But I'm just saying, how quick it came and went?
Yeah, it was very quick how that went down. Because like, the funny thing is like, there were 2 thoughts on that movie. One was like, oh man, you had the chance to do like Black Harry Potter, and you doing this shit instead. Like, the story that they wanted to tell about the idea of the magical Negro, where we keep having to, they put us in the Green Mile and all that shit, where we're always doing that shit. I actually don't think addressing that is a bad thing. It was just executed so fucking poorly that it just wasn't good. So it'd be one thing if you had gone to have that serious conversation in a movie and then you executed it properly, but you didn't. So then it really did just look like, man, what the fuck is this corny shit? So
I remember
either way,
people were like, yeah, I didn't really want to see it. But either way, do me a favor. If you're watching this on the replay, let us know what you think about all of this down below. To everybody in the neighborhood commenting on this, I think this may be its whole story in itself. Matt, take a note. I think I want to get this cut out to have as a story to talk about itself on the YouTube.
Yep. I put a loose time code on it once we started doing there. We're gonna real quick 2 things, because I'm gonna read a Streamlab. We'll move on to the next story. I don't think we need to put a lot of energy into this, because it's been like a week. Already, it's already happened. LeBron James signed with the 76ers, held 2-year, $8 million contract.
Well, it happened right after we got off. It happened after we,
right after we got off, essentially. Like, it was like Friday, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We were done. We did the show. The decision happened. Right. But that's how much people gave a fuck about it. It happened. Everybody's like, oh wow, okay, next.
Yeah. So he's going. So he's there. There's a 2nd-year option that includes a 15% trade kicker if he were to be traded. He chose Philly over Miami, Golden State, and Cleveland. And even though, now this is the one that got me, bro. And this is where people are saying, you can bring us back in, Matt. People out here saying that LeBron really wants to be Kobe, because instead of living in Philly, he's going to live in NYC and then travel to Philly via helicopter whenever he has to be down there.
He get an Uber helicopter several days a week to
from New York. I mean, not even Uber helicopter. He probably owns it. He's literally going to helicopter himself to Philly whenever he needs to be there for practices or games or whatever the fuck's going on, man. So Must be nice to be a billionaire. I'll tell you that much. Streamlabs.com/blerdsndahood/tip. Streamlabs.com/blerdsndahood/tip. We had one come in from Fred Tastic who says, "Hey, Blerds, glad to see y'all on today and avoided the cameo COVID made in San Diego. I was excited for all
fails. It never fails. Every year, it's like you hear of a batch of people. Look, COVID is still a thing. It may not. It is not. Unfortunately, it is not as dangerous as it was when it first hit everybody.
Right.
But COVID, all in giant crowds, it makes it come back.
Yeah, no, I agree. But he says, I was excited for all the announcements Marvel made, and with the Levy Gosling team up for Ghost Rider, it gets me excited for next year's Star Wars movie. So clearly Disney saw something with that combo and loved it and said, y'all want to run it back. So that makes me feel good that Starfighter will probably be pretty decent if they're that quick to make sure that those two are paired up again. But let's get to this next story because we do want to be able to get to some of the games and shit at the end of the show. Spider-Man Brand New Day is dropping tomorrow.
Hey, I'm about to buy my ticket right the fuck now.
Yep, I will be seeing it myself tomorrow. So like I said, I'll do my review and out of the theater reaction. It's been getting pretty largely positive reviews. But depending on the reports you've been seeing, it is projected to make anywhere from 450 to 800 million globally during its opening weekend.
But that's primarily thanks to its international audience because, of course, the international audience is always a major key player in box office numbers, and it's already opened overseas. It's Chinese box office, which, again, the jokes and everything, South Park, you're doing it for China. You're doing it for China. The Chinese box office is already showing they are coming through like gangbusters already.
Is it already released? Because I don't see it on any of the box office stuff.
That's how they started predict. That's how they started counting the money already.
Predicting it. I got you. Because the only thing I was going to say was the fact that I know that China. Let's see. China release date for it is today. It's literally today. So
people
there you
bought
go.
So the ticket buys.
Mm-hmm.
The ticket buys, and then they count all that up, and then you have all the pre-sale tickets, and then people will continue because these are pre-sale tickets. Then these people are gonna go see it. Then they're gonna spin around and spin the block again.
Right. So yeah, the early release marked China's biggest superhero opening in 7 years. But yeah, no, it opened today there. It's going to be interesting because a lot of what the question was, I'm sure Odyssey will still do well because Nolan's movies actually do pretty well internationally as well. But that's the thing. Odyssey had not opened in China, Japan, or Korea yet. That was all happening this weekend. So there was a lot of question about if Odyssey was going to pretty quickly cross $1 billion.
Crazy.
That they still haven't opened in China, Japan, and Korea
I'm looking at seats for tomorrow. Bro.
Gone. Yeah. I done bought mine weeks ago for that exact reason, my nigga. You might It's gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be a whole thing. You might have to go like kind of outside the city proper to do it. Like since I have to be in Anaheim, that's why I'm watching it out there. But
I got it because I got my T-Mobile T-Life Adams ticket. Is what they give me $5.
There you go. All right, man. So I mean, what do you think? What would be your prediction? Do you actually think it'll get closer to that 800 globally, or do you think it'll kind of hover closer to like 5?
The early reactions and everything. Shout out to our producer Matt Thomas, who had his reaction show up in the Hollywood Reporter. So you can say that I said it. Okay, there you go.
Look at this happy. Go ahead, you little happy nigga. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Get out of here. Anyway.
But I think it actually will make it's everything the hype. First of all, Spider-Man is a character of a Batman tier, right? Those are your top 2 comic book characters. So the money that you predict on it is pretty much a good thing, right? When Spider-Man is tracking, when you're bringing back Frank Castle as the Punisher in this movie, coming off of the heels of Daredevil Born Again, coming off the heels of One Last Kill, you bring in Mark Ruffalo back as the Hulk, and you know it's going to be this whole thing if you know the comic books. The rumors that are circling this heavily because of what this means going forward in everything. I see people not happy because this isn't a busy weekend. I'm looking at the week. I was looking at the weekend. I'm like, this is a regular weekend in a sense.
And the fact that the fact that they're releasing this the weekend after Comic-Con is also a big deal. So one of your biggest moments is done. So people are back home. The only thing that may potentially affect it is a lot of the people that went to Comic-Con. That's obviously not everybody in the country, but the people that went, because of the COVID outbreak, there is maybe that level of some people might stay home because of that, but I don't think it's going to be nearly enough to knock it off.
Look at you thinking rational. Motherfuckers don't care no more.
You got a point. I should make sure I wear a fucking mask to this movie because I can't trust nobody, bro.
Motherfuckers don't care no. I mean, let's keep it real. Motherfuckers don't care no. I mean, even when COVID was a thing, people were outside in the streets with COVID with no mask.
You're not wrong. So, you're not wrong. Well, but yeah, my guess, I would love for it to 800. It's just I've seen so many fluctuations. I'm gonna say it probably hits around 500 globally, which is still insane. If we're being honest, to clear $500 million in a fucking weekend would be fucking insane. So what do you think?
I think it does it. I think it does it.
You think it does the 8? All right. Well, we will see.
It does the 8.
We will see. Now we got to talk a little bit about the Odyssey. There was a couple things that went down in just its second weekend. It was able to clear 600 million, like worldwide, which is crazy. Despite a full leak of it happening on Twitter for about 2 hours before it got pulled down. But the main thing got pulled. It did get pulled. It did get pulled. It was only up for about 2 hours, so people didn't even get to finish the movie. But those that wanted to, they could have seen it there. But there was a translator, a professor of literature, of classic literature, and all that, named Emily Wilson, who Christopher Nolan had originally praised as far as her translation, who has been slamming Christopher Nolan's screenplay, calling it abysmal. Some of the stuff she said, I had hoped that Nolan's affinity with these Homeric themes might push him to new creative heights, enable him to conjure more believable characters, but the Odyssey features his usual combination of grandiosity and superficiality. The film's vision is too confused, its characters too underdeveloped to deliver what it half promises in terms of big ideas, although it was very good at conveying big bangs and big giants. Some of the other stuff she added, Nolan's Odyssey lacks many of the elements that make the poem great. It has nothing convincing to say about time, memory, history, war, or about the relationship between one's warrior's glorious return and the lives of his family, adversaries, comrades, friends, and neighbors. Like psychological, emotional, political, and ethical depth. Its narrative structure is gimmicky. The writing is abysmal. None of the characters has convincing motivation for their actions or words. There are no sex scenes. And all the food looks horrible. Like that literally sounds like the end. We go, hey, yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. That's what that
literally felt like that, because people are going to have their thoughts on this, right? People are going to have their, anger and whatnot. And I think it's hard to tell with a lot of these movies and TV shows now. It's hard to tell what level of criticism is legit and what is almost hyperbole because of you just want to sound like everybody else in your echo chamber. Because like you see so many people like, oh, I wasted money on this and blah, 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 blah. And then you go look through all the shit they talk about. You like, of course you were going to say you wasted money on this. You know what I'm saying? You see people who say these things and it's like, again, people can have their opinions. People can feel how they choose to feel. They can like or dislike something, absolutely. But this movie in itself, because of the unnecessary controversy of two characters who aren't even on the screen for a total combined amount of 10 minutes, it makes you wonder, is it real or do you really care?
Yeah, it's so funny though, like the quote that I stuck on with her that doesn't make any sense is her saying Nolan has nothing convincing to say about time, memory, history, war, or the relationship between one's warrior's glorious return and the lives of his family, adversaries, comrades, friends, and neighbors, and to say that it lacks psychological, emotional, political, or ethical depth. I'm starting to wonder if Emily Wilson is a DEI hire, as far like this is a British, white British American woman. Again, she's a professor at Penn, but I'm genuinely wondering that because I'm like, where is your media literacy as far as when you look at some of the things that went down? Like Anne Hathaway has a very powerful speech when she's talking to Telemachus, her son played by Tom Holland, and he's like, you just need to marry one of these suitors and move the fuck on with this shit so we can just like, because we need a king. We need a king in order to protect Ithaca. She goes, you don't think I've been a fucking king? You don't think I've done all of these things to protect Ithaca, to protect you? You think if I marry some man that all of a sudden life is going to be rosy? No, nigga, I'm going to be a motherfucking slave. I'm going to turn into a slave, and all the shit that I've done is going to be for fucking naught. And then it was like, well, we need a king. It's like, and I want my husband. I want Odysseus. So to sit here and actually say the words that there is no emotional, ethical, political, you see Odysseus really struggling with, yes, he came up with this brilliant plan to invade Troy, but then watching his men go so savage and they start killing and pillaging all throughout Troy, and just left and right, women, children, just getting horrible things done to them. And it starts to fuck with his head where he goes, oh my God, what did I actually do? How are you not going to tell me that that has no sort of, it doesn't tell anything convincing to say about war or ethics or anything else like that? What the fuck are you talking about?
Also, can we go back to the number one overall thing we need to really hold tight to when we talk about this? The number one thing, it's a tale. It's a story. It's not real.
On top of the fact, bro,
it's not.
I love the fact that she said there's no sex at all, and the food looks like ass. Like, maybe because the set. Like, the only thing I will say that I didn't necessarily love as an alteration for this adaptation, you know how Calypso originally had him locked down, right? Calypso straight up turned this motherfucker to a sex slave. She said, you sit your ass over there, and she just fucks Odysseus for like 7 to 10 years. And the only reason that Odysseus leaves is because Zeus goes, you're gonna stop that shit, you're gonna send him the home. You're not gonna hold this man hostage. And she's like, but why not? He's my boy toy. And it's like, you better
no
send
more
that
death for
home.
no death by snoo. No death by snoo.
But it's like, to that point, I just don't think that that was the thing to necessarily, like, yes, that is a main point, and I didn't like that you kind of wrote that whole thing out, but that was not the main focus of the story. Like, what are we doing? So,
yeah, to say, again, this sounds like those people who go to a movie theater, and again, you may have seen me do this several times on your show, and I apologize, but they're in the theater, and they're watching, and they look at the screen, right? This is what they do. They look at the screen, and they go, going back and forth.
Yep.
And so you can't be focused on the things you may be missing, the essential points, the plot points in conversation that you may not see or hear because your brain is distracted on something else. The level of complaining to just complain. Streamlabs.com/Blerds N The Hood /tip. Shout out to Fantastic again. Send us another Streamlabs at Emily acting like Emily us.
Hold on, you put it in all caps, so you got to get the claps in there.
Emily is acting like all those crybabies who complain because the movie is not like the book.
What? Like, what the fuck, bro?
Emily is acting.
Oh my God, man. But either way, that's all we really need to kind of say on that, man. And that's most of our stories right now. So now is the time. Arnie Asada, that professor lady is mad, like she wrote it and it was ripped away from her and made into a crap movie. Oh shit. Is that a callback to the earlier story we were talking about before?
Hey, what happens if actually Tony is what? Hey, listen, I just want to just say, you know what? Never mind. Nigga.
Well, it's time for us to do a spoiler recap for the newest episode of X-Men 97. So as long as this is down at the bottom, we are talking about it. So if you need to mute us, just mute us for the time being. Once it goes down, we're done talking about it. Jay, I got to say, man, this might be my favorite episode of the season so far.
Hey, man, I'm here. I'm here for one thing and one thing only, baby. Polaris and Bishop fucking. That's all I
think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen, bro.
It's for sure about that.
You had them twice get thrown out of planes and shit and landing on each other and getting all. I was like, oh, they about to get it on. Especially because it's gonna be something where like she's able to like kind of put energy into him and he's absorbing that shit. He putting it back to her.
That nigga was like, I'm about to bust. And she was,
nigga. But the main story here, you had Guyton Creed getting kidnapped by the acolytes of Grayton Creed getting kidnapped by the acolytes of Magneto. One of the members, which being Colossus, who was rolling with Exodus and all that. And so,
Poor Ileana, nigga. Magic was out here trying to take a stare.
How they gonna use her as a cameo? How the fuck you gonna bring her in to save one group of people just for her ass to get blown up 2 seconds later?
Ileana, no, Ileana. This nigga was Ileana.
Dude, I thought when they did it, because of the beam going over her, I thought, oh, maybe what they're gonna do is she was able to portal away, and it just looks like she was vaporized, and we'll get to see her later. Nope, they turned around and showed her actual limp body.
Dead. She hella dead.
It's terrible. So
you got X-Corp out here in these cheesy. First of all, can we ask this question? Who the fuck is fabricating all the uniforms for these niggas? Because
bro, that's when you find out that Charles's real mutant power is he's an expert, sailor. He's just out to seamstress. He's just out here just making all the uniforms by hand. Being like,
bro,
look at that.
You like with your gloves? I have room for your tail.
But you ended up in the main story here, and this is what I thought was really interesting, and I wanted to kind of get your thoughts. So Creed again is kidnapped. They're going to execute. They're holding him hostage, but they're going to execute him. The X-Men go down there. Nightcrawler insists, because this is his half brother, as we learned from X-Men the Animated Series, about like obviously with
real quick, hold that thought. Everybody got to start paying attention to the previously on, because it's letting you know every episode so far what's about to come up. So go ahead.
So we found out in the original animated series, the 90s version of it, that Mystique is Nightcrawler's mom. Anybody that knows the lore knows that.
Creed's mom.
That she's also Creed's mom, and it was Mystique and Sabretooth that are the parents of Creed. So Mystique what we get,
Mystique is like the mutant version of Erykah Badu. Go ahead,
nigga. So does that make Great and Creed 7?
No, the one baby by DOC that no one cares about. Now go ahead.
Okay, fair. So you end up in a scenario, the X-Men show up. Nightcrawler insists instead of killing him, because it's just going to make things worse, we should actually have a trial, and Colossus should be the one on the throne, or should be the one ruling over the case to judge it. And if I can prove that he is worthy of being redeemed and all that kind of stuff, then Colossus, you won't kill him, and Colossus, you got to come be part of the X-Men again. But if I don't, I will join the Acolytes to prove that I'm willing to have my mind open and to listen to you one way or the other. And the argument that Nightcrawler is ending up able to point out is the fact that Mystique and Sabretooth abandoned and abused Creed. And the irony is Creed is always shitting on mutants as like, we're humans, you're less than. It's literally his mutant parents abandoned and abused him and like, you're not good enough, and threw him the fuck out, which spawned its own level of hate. So there was actually a point.
It's more so his father, because Mystique don't keep babies. So
which is fair, but being abandoned by your mom is going to leave its own level of trauma. And not only did she abandon you, she left you with this abusive motherfucker. Like
Mystique is like a really reverse Planned Parenthood. But so
I hate you. I hate you so much. I really do. I really do.
So yeah, but he's like, you only really hate 2 mutants, nigga. Like this, your whole thing, Kirby's like, you really only hate 2 mutants.
It's not necessarily that you hate mutants, it's that you hate your parents, but it's also the idea, and he gets at the idea that you have been made to feel less than, specifically, so that you are then putting that same hate and putting it back out there.
Did you hear what Creed said when he was during the trial? He was like, Sabretooth would beat me. And he's like, I knew I just could wait. When I turned 13,
my powers
would kick in.
And then I could go hunting with him. He always wanted me to go hunting with him. I could finally do that. And then they didn't. So then he beat me and threw me out. So like, it's just one of those things in particular that like seeing that, it just became a very interesting conversation, because then things go sideways because Polaris and Bishop show up and they're trying to help break everybody out. So fight breaks out. You get an awesome fight scene between Exodus and Nightcrawler. Looks like a Dragon Ball Z fight. They're out here fucking sword swinging and shit and teleporting all over the fucking place. You end up, as soon as Creed gets his handcuffs off, when we're thinking maybe he's turned the corner, picks up a gun and instantly shoots Exodus.
Murdered
back. And
a nigga who's somewhat supposed to be immortal. That nigga Creed said, we're gonna end this shit right the fuck now.
just a quick blow. So it was just it was wild, man. But I loved it because it does make people have to take a minute and really look at where this kind of hate and discrimination really stems from. And in this case, for Creed, it wasn't just hate for his parents because they abandoned him. It's also fear. Sabretooth used to beat the dog shit out of him.
Here's the thing that they didn't bring up that we have to kind of remember too. It doesn't justify it. Let me say this.
At all.
It's generational with Sabretooth. Sabretooth's daddy used to beat him.
I don't remember that. Oh, that's right. The origin with him and Logan, and when they
Sabretooth's daddy used to beat him because of how he looked.
Mm-hmm.
Old Jebediah Creed ain't finna have no freak as a son.
Yeah, no, he was also a piece of shit, and so that's the thing that's so interesting. Yeah,
Even for Sabretooth to say when they were showing the recap, he's like, Morph was like, yeah, when I heard that he was your son, he was like, I should have killed the little mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So you
I forgot that they had that in that episode with the lies and DVDs, X lies and DVDs.
I should have killed the little mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was all it's generation. Mystique shit is generational. They both passed down their traumas to their kids, except Rogue is adopted, but Mystique has been like the only mother she knew, right? Even though she grew up with her parents until she put Cody in the hospital. And then Nightcrawler, his faith has tried to let him see he is like the Marvin Sapp song. He saw the best in me. And everybody can be like, Kurt, sit the fuck down. When everyone else around
but that's why
worse than me.
But that's why I love him so much, man. And him and Gambit have been my two favorite X-Men forever. Two of my favorite superheroes, period, forever, because even in that moment and seeing all of that hate and everything else to try, mainly because it's his brother, but he even has a moment where he then takes Creed away after Creed murders Exodus, has him by the neck, and he's like, I don't know what is actually the mercy to let you, this monster, live after all of the heinous crimes you've committed, or to take you out to protect the people that you are constantly trying to kill.
That nigga said, but you know one thing's for a fact? You are your parents' kid.
That was the shit. As he said, you may not be a mutant, but you are your parents' kid. Ooh, that shit I know that shit stung.
It stung the shit out of Creed because he was, nigga, you in the snow. First of all, this nigga put him in the Arctic, and this nigga is
I forget because the Savage Land is around. It's next to Antarctica. I forgot because I was like, how the fuck did he teleport far enough away to take him to the bunch of? And then I remembered just now that
it's a pocket next to the Antarctic.
Yeah.
But Kurt is just like, I'm trying at this point. And Kurt's faith is I don't think Graydon Creed understand. Your brother would have killed you if it wasn't for his faith.
Mm-hmm.
Your brother would have fucked him up.
Which you got to give props to them doing this twice now with Nightcrawler within the original series and this one. If you remember, in his introductory episode in the original animated series, save that for a second. Just put it to the side for a second. Whoever did that. Remember they went to the monastery and it was Gambit, Rogue, and Wolverine. They went on a ski trip and they were up there and they kept screaming about a demon. And there was somebody in the church, one of the brothers, one of the monks, who kept insisting he was a demon and tried to kill him and all that. And you ended up at a moment where he is then burning down the monastery. And he's about to there's a moment where Nightcrawler could get his revenge. And he goes, my brother, I need you to see something. Literally, your hate and your just burned down the house of God. This is the place that we have revered. And he was like, oh my God, what have I done? So literally the fact that Nightcrawler can be that action hero, but he provides this moral compass to the team. Not that people aren't moral on the X-Men, but a very specific type of moral compass, I think is just such a beautiful thing that they continue to have.
He has a moral compass. Charles Xavier has an annoying compass. Rogue has, I'll drop a nigga off a building again. I don't give a fuck compass.
You killed a man, bro. You killed a man.
Remember, she dropped Gyrick off that building. She was like, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, but he was a sentinel at that point, so whatever.
Yeah, that's
anyway.
like, but all of those things, and it leads to the scene afterwards where we go in a temple. You see members of X-Force, and they think they finally tracked Apocalypse down. To see the body is a husk, nigga. This
is my question, because it's got to be one of two things. Either because we know
there's a possibility. Go ahead.
There's two main ones in my opinion. The first one is what we actively see. You woke up Gambit as death, and if you know the amount of powers that he ends up gaining, like being able to make toxic clouds and destroy people on cellular levels, that it was maybe a little too strong for Apocalypse to deal with, and he went off on him. Or the opposite, if you remember, Apocalypse is always trying to find another vessel to host his body, because that was one of the things they really harped on in the last season of the show, was that he was trying to find a new vessel. He was going to use Jubilee at one point.
He was going to use Nathan in this. He was going to use it when they were in the year 3000.
That may be what it is he did take the husk, and he did leave his old one behind and put his essence into Gambit's. But that's the only other thing. So I think it's one of two.
Or the third is Gambit still snaps out of it, even though he's death, but he just still don't fuck with him. Yeah. I'm the horseman, but I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all I know is Cable was like, hey, what the fuck?
He literally goes, this is not possible. He's like, I've been doing this infinitely through time. This is not possible.
This is probably the second time next to it. First, when you see him keep trying to stop Madeline from dying in Genosha, this is probably the same time you see Cable go, hey man, what the fuck? Like,
anyway, streamlabs.com/blerdsndahood/tip, streamlabs.com/blerdsndahood/tip. If you want to support the show, get a question in, all that good stuff. All right, man, we got to do these keep 3, cut 4. We probably only have time for 2 of them, so we can get to the Karens and everything else like that. So
y'all picked is what y'all doing. So I didn't put one in, just so you know.
Yeah, all good. So we'll do 2. The first one is keep 3, cut 4, X-Men villains.
See, this is the biggest book.
What?
You were talking to the resident supervillain.
Yeah.
And you're asking me
to keep 3 and cut 4 X-Men villains.
All right. So let me try to think. Who could you have on it? Because I think the thing is thinking, who could be on this list that I want to keep regardless? And who would I be like, you can get rid of them? Because I'm going to say straight up right now, y'all going to hate me. I'm going to say this in advance. I'd get rid of Mr. Sinister.
That's insane. But why don't you actually play the game first before you start saying shit?
Come on, what's the first one?
Okay, so the first X-Men villain was the most recent villain we saw last week, Danger, the evolved form of the Danger Room that knows all their motherfucking moves.
Danger can go.
You cutting Danger, bro?
Because Danger was defeated. Danger can go.
Nigga, all these niggas get defeated.
Not really, but I digress. Danger can go.
Okay. All right. Next one. I guess we already know what you're doing, Mr. Sinister.
Well, now I'm actually thinking differently because Danger was your first one. Fuck you, Matt. That's how you looking at it. I see Matt looking like, huh? So, well, no, I have to keep Nathaniel Essex. I have to. Which also, there's a lot of Nates in the X-Men universe.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Stan Lee maybe just hates anybody named Nate because, like, with the exception of Cable,
Essex, Summers, Gray, a couple of. I'm keeping him because the way your rules go, with no Sinister, there's no Cable.
That's true. That is actually very, very true. All right, our next one then, if we're keeping Sinister. I am the Alpha and Omega, Apocalypse.
Yes.
You're keeping him or you're cutting him?
No. I am the rocks upon the eternal shore. Crash against me and be broken.
Are you keeping or are you cutting him?
I'm keeping Apocalypse.
Okay, I'm just making sure because you only have one keep left. So I just had to check. All right.
That was the one I wanted for sure.
Okay. All right. Next, we have the TV network executive, Mojo.
Nigga, bye. Get that nigga some Ozempic. Bye.
Damn. They remember Jubilee did by taking away all of his followers, bro. He lost hella weight.
Yeah, I'm getting fucking Mojo up out of here.
Okay, so you have 2 cuts, 2 keeps. You again. You only have 1 keep left. This one feels like a big one to me. Trask, Master Mold, and the Sentinels.
Bolivar Trask, Master Mold, and the Sentinels.
And I don't think you can really separate the three from each other. Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's why I'm getting rid of them. Because they don't exist. Genosha still exists, god damn it.
I mean, yes, but you're literally getting, in my opinion, this is kind of the quintessential villainous Sentinels.
Yeah, because I get rid of Nimrod, then I turn around and get rid of Bastion too.
You get rid of Bastion, you get rid of Nimrod, you get rid of Trash, you get rid of Master Mold. Like, but specifically the Sentinels is at the core of who they fight all the time.
Them niggas can fight taxes. I don't give a fuck.
Wow. All right.
Also,
well,
what you tell me? What's the insurance policy like for people who get their shit damaged by mutants every 6 days? Exactly.
So. All right. So you got 1 keep and 1 cut left. So whichever one you choose here, the other thing happens. Reverend William Stryker. So obviously in the books from God Loves Man Kills, but then they moved him to Colonel Stryker in X2 and went military with it. But even in the books, he was still a former military man before he becomes a reverend. But obviously, God Loves Man Kills is one of the greatest comic storylines ever. So are you keeping Stryker or are you getting rid of him?
Because by your logic, I get rid of Stryker, no Weapon X program.
Technically, yeah.
Can I live without Wolverine?
That's a good question for yourself. Can you live without Wolverine?
You are the worst person to do this game because you make
not necessarily.
You make every answer seem like, I mean, if you want to fuck up the audience, like if you want to make them mad.
I mean, look, I'll put it to you this way. If you kept Sinister and Apocalypse, but you get rid of Wolverine by the nature of getting rid of Stryker, you have to remember the only reason they were able to beat the virus, the mutant virus, is because they infected Wolverine and his antibodies stopped that. So you actually also were kind of dooming the world.
Oh, man, fuck the world, nigga. Don't you know a great villain will tell you this? I will let the world burn for one person.
Fair. Well, what are you doing?
Wolverine, no. Wolverine has this healing factor regardless. He just doesn't have adamantium.
True, and but to my knowledge, isn't Stryker's only involved in Weapon X in the movies? I thought, because I thought the main thing with God Loves and Man Kills, that was a completely different storyline of just like obliteration.
They kind of, yeah. All right, fuck, I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, you're gonna keep him. Okay, great. All right, so you have kept Mr. Sinister, Apocalypse, and Reverend William Stryker, or Colonel William Stryker, if you're talking about the Fox Universe movies. You have cut Danger, the Danger Room's evolved Sentinel-esque form. You've cut Mojo, the galactic TV exec. You have cut Master Mold, Trask, and the Sentinels. And you've cut the Juggernaut, bitch!
Here's the thing. Getting rid of the Juggernaut one way, because that's all it is Juggernaut is him, right? So it's just we got a dude who's so obsessed with his half brother. He just want to
fuck him up all the time, bro. He's just constantly just trying to fuck his day up. The fact that one episode in the original series when he's rampaging through because that nerd stole his powers.
My God.
And so then when they finally get him back, they were like ready to fight Juggernaut. He was just like, oh, don't feel like crushing you anymore. I'll do it next time. They go, did Juggernaut just walk away? He goes, I think that's his way of saying thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Like, you better take that shit. Like, you better take the thank you with that. Also, Colossus did beat his ass.
Depending on which story you're talking about, yeah. I mean, look, Spider-Man could sometimes handle Juggernaut too. But anyway, I digress. You let me know. Do you want to do another nerd-based one, or do you want to do more of a pop culture one?
Pop culture.
Okay, so this is going to be summer related. Keep 3, cut 4. Summer drinks. It's the shit that you be drinking because it's hot outside. You going to the beach, you going to a cookout, you going to all that shit. These are drinks that you would have during the summer. So you got to keep 3, cut 4 of them. All right, you ready?
Okay.
All right, first one. Margaritas.
Cut it.
You cut margaritas, bro. You love tequila. I'm surprised by that.
No. I can cut margarita. Margaritas are not tequila. Those are 2 separate things. You will not do that to me.
I mean, but it's tequila based. I assumed you would have wanted that because
it's tequila. That's a different story. You said margaritas.
I did.
Rid of margaritas.
That's fine. I didn't say you're throwing out tequila as a whole. It is a tequila base.
I'll fight you over tequila.
All right. So you cut margaritas, mojitos. So for those that don't know, they're not. Mojitos are rum based with mint and lime. Versus a margarita is tequila based with like triple sec, which is an orange liqueur, sweet and sour, and lime. What? Don't do this.
To me, they're in the same vein. They're yeah. I don't want a mojito. I don't go on vacation, so I don't have mojitos.
So you don't want a mojito. You cutting that too?
I'm cutting a mojito.
Okay, we're cutting mojitos. All right. I mean, you don't go on vacation. You probably gonna cut this shit too. Pina coladas.
And getting caught in the rain?
Yeah. Which you know what that song's really about, right?
No.
Bro, that song is about, because remember, it's a guy, he's looking at the personals ad, and like they're like, if you like pina coladas getting caught in the rain, like let's meet up. It's literally about a couple that is tired of each other, so they go to cheat on each other, and when they show up to answer a personals ad about if you like pina coladas, it was their partner. So they ultimately end up laughing like, damn, we both ass, but I guess we meant to be together.
Well, shit.
They literally showed up to a personals ad to cheat on each other. I'm
keeping pina coladas in.
All right, there you go. All right, man. Up next, I don't know if you ever had one of these before, an Aperol Spritz.
I saw a lot of white women drinking those. What the fuck are
but they're actually pretty good. I mean, what Aperol, and then typically
what the fuck is Aperol?
It's just like a how do I describe it? It's also kind of a liqueur type scenario. So it is based specifically. It's an Italian bitter aperitif made with a bunch of things that I cannot pronounce. But it's got kind of like a bitter, tangy thing, and then you would typically mix it with like champagne and like an orange slice. It's fucking good, man.
No, I'm fine.
All right, we're cutting Aperol Spritz. No worries. Yeah. All right. So you got one more cut up next for your summer drinks. Bud Light.
What the fuck?
Just a straight up a cold Bud Light, bro.
I'll keep Bud Light.
You're gonna keep Bud Light. All right. Bet.
Now fuck it. I'll make this next one make matter.
Okay. Say goodbye, motherfucker. A Long Island iced tea or an Adios,
keep it, nigga. We gotta get the party going, baby.
For those that don't know, Long Island iced tea is you're putting 4 different liquors in there. If you go Long Island iced tea, then you're going to end up with triple sec and Coke. If you go Adios, motherfucker, then you're going to go Blue Carousel and Sprite. But either way, it'll get you fucked up. All right, so
they called it Adios, motherfuckers. We called them blue motherfuckers. We were Chicago niggas. We like, hey, let me get a blue motherfucker. Yeah, and them bitches used to be $10. Nigga, it was the strongest $10 you would ever spend, bro. And you like, hey, let me get like 2 more. And then you don't remember the evening.
You don't remember what's going on. Okay, so you kept pina coladas, Bud Light, and Long Island iced teas. You cut margaritas, mojitos, Aperol spritzes, and White Claws. You have cut White Claws. So no alcoholic seltzers for you.
To all of the white women that watch us, I want to apologize.
You cut all of their drinks, bro, except for pina coladas. Oh my God.
I thought he cut pina coladas.
He kept it ultimately. Once I told him the story about the song, he goes, oh, in that case, I'll keep pina coladas. Oh. So yeah. All right, man. So those are the 2 this particular time. I'll save that last one for our next show because we have got to get to this next part because I know we got to get out of here.
I mean, we ain't got one really this week because I got to get ready to get up out of here because we're running over.
So we will skip the Karens for right now. It's all good. The ones that we have are funny. They can last another week. It's not a big deal. So don't even worry about that. So to that point, Jay, tell them where they can find you and what you got going on, man.
Yeah, I'm on my way to the Hollywood Improv. I have a show tonight at 8:30ish, so I got to be there. I'm up a little bit later, but still I got to be there. So I'll be there. As always, you can follow me on all my social media sites, MrJayWashington, MrJay. You should know how to spell Washington. If you are in Chicago, Illinois, as always, Chicago, Illinois, James, Jay, what I do? So,
Justice for white women. Matt, is that your burner account?
No. What was it?
That's a nigga that would have the burner account that said it.
I mean, what makes me laugh about that is not only because it's just
Zeno.
for white women, but
Zeno's a regular.
I know Zeno's a regular. I'm teasing you, but also the fact that he has the LeBron Sixers shit
I know,
front and center versus thing.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at the screen when he asked. That's why I said that.
So if you are in Chicago, Sunday, September 27th, I'll be headlining one night only, one show at the Comedy Bar in Chicago. Get your tickets from my Punch Up Live, punchup.live/JAYWashington, JAYWashington. Get those tickets there. October 2nd, that is that Friday, I will be at Planet of the Tapes in Louisville, Kentucky for 2 shows, 7 p.m., 9 p.m. 2 shows, one night, October 2nd. Drake trying to kill white girls, something. No, I'm just trying to blow a couple white girl backs out, but we don't need. That's what tequila's for. Now, also November 20th, I'll be in Bozeman, Montana. Hey, I'll be in Bozeman, Montana. White women on.
Where the bitches at? It's supposed to be titties. Where the fucking titties and the bitches?
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So with that, I'm here. All that. Follow the Blerds in the Hood social media sites, please. I can't preach that enough. Follow Blerds in the Hood on Threads, Instagram, all these things. I'm trying to keep building this up. If you have not liked this video, like it. Subscribe to the channel. Share the channel. We need to get these numbers up. I need to get this channel over 5,000 at the bare minimum.
Over 5,000. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Shouts out to Mark Watkins 93 who just sent in a Streamlabs and says, just send the support. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. All right, so I gotta go. I'll let them finish the show.
Absolutely. So you can find me at TheSwaggyBlerd on all platforms, man, especially out on my YouTube. Like I said, I'll have my Spider-Man stuff out tomorrow when I go and see the movie. So keep an eye out for that. What else is going on? We had to cancel Spill the Tequila this week, bro, because under the weather. We should be back next week, provided he is bounced back. Obviously here on Wednesdays. As a heads up, this will be a taped show next week. As a lot of you know, I am doing Shakespeare again this summer. We have a run through for the show. We're getting pretty close to showtime. So I will have to be at rehearsal when we would normally do in the show. So next week will be a pre-tape, just a heads up, but please still watch the show. Please promote it. Send in Streamlabs. Anything that comes in, we'll be sure to read it on the next time that we're live. After show, right after this, me and Matt will still be doing the after show. So don't miss that for those that are part of the Patreon, which for that point, to the patrons, shout out to Amaru Moses, Black Magic Chick, Paige, Norvell 510, Mike Joyce, Original Shinobi, Azare, and Andy F, our patrons. We thank you so much for helping us keeping the show going. Thank you for the support. We appreciate that. I'll make a further announcement about it, but as I mentioned before, I will next show in the pre-tape. I'll have in the link where you can buy the game and support again. Change My Mind. I Wish You Would. This was me. My boy Josh. He's Jewish. He made the original game. Change My Mind. He wanted to do, and it was just generic, but he wanted to do like cultural and like specific stuff. So the black one is I Wish You Would. The LGBTQ one, which was all LGBTQ writers and whatnot, they did their game is called Tops and Bottoms, which is fucking hilarious. He did a Jewish cultural one that is Circumcised, which is also hilarious. So all the games are amazing. So one of the things I want to say, we'll announce this more in the pre-tape for next week. The first, I got to take a look at what the number is in particular because I got to see how many games I have, but most likely it'll be the first 15 patrons we have for Blerds in the Hood. We will, as a thank you, be sending you a copy of the game since I have some extras here. So we'll look at that. So there's that. Christian Harloff show on Friday. Don't miss that. I'll be over there. And then just cross your fingers for me, y'all, as I have this big audition tomorrow. So we're gonna jump right into this after show so that I can get ready for that shit. So that is gonna be everything. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Again, to the patrons, the after show, the block party after show is already up there. So go to the Patreon and you can see it. And again, if you click where it says watch on YouTube, that way you'll be able to comment like you do on the regular show. But we're gonna get out of here, man. So much love to all of y'all. We will see y'all on the flip, man. Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch.
I really wanted to try and say something funny or clever for this after credit, man, this post credit, but I'm just kind of burnt out. So congratulations, you get this.